Listen, I don't know what you did with your Friday night, but I spent my Friday night having a hedgehog pay for my TopGolf session. That's it. That's my intro. Hey, Amanda, you're watching Swell Entertainment, and today we are talking about Sonic the Hedgehog and TopGolf. Why? Because my life is weird. But I got invited to an event with Sonic the Hedgehog and TopGolf because they are currently doing a collaboration game via TopGolf featuring Sonic and friends. I want to make it abundantly clear because I know other people will talk about it. I am not based in Vegas, but though I was able to go to this for free, they did not like cover my flight or my hotel or anything like that. Me and Scooter shared a hotel again, and I ended up flying out for the night. So they did not offer, and I did not ask. Okay, but I want to make that abundantly clear because I know they did pay for other people's travel and board, and so I don't want it to be like, oh, well, Amanda didn't disclose that her stuff was paid for. I want to make it abundantly clear. That was not paid for. I got a free game and food. But I was invited like 2 weeks ago, and it would have worked out a little better if I had decided to stay for Complex Con, but I decided I did want some home time before I had to go back to Vegas for the Las Vegas Grand Prix, so I ended up just going for the Sonic and TopGolf thing. Now, I wasn't originally going to make a full video on this. I was just going to do my normal like shorts and TikToks for little small events like this, but I have actually never been to TopGolf, and so I figured this would be a good way for me to actually like review the little event while also reviewing TopGolf and the new Sonic the Hedgehog TopGolf game at the same time for you guys. Yay! Content. For those of you that don't know TopGolf, it's, you know, like those bars where you can like get drunk and throw axes? Yeah, you can get drunk and swing a club here at a golf ball into like an open field. I don't golf. I don't like golf. I've tried to get into golf. Like as someone who's like really spent the last 2 years like really reinvigorating my love of sports and like live sporting events, I've really tried to get into golf. Maybe I'm doing it with the wrong people. Maybe it's that. Even spectating, like, and I love a live spectating event. Like just, it's not for me. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I feel like everyone in my life golfs, and so I gotta be like different. I like going like putt mini golfing. That's fun with like a group, you know, but that's because like everyone knows like they're probably gonna be bad at it. Like that's the fun part. With this, I was like, I know they're inviting gamers. I know they're inviting general people. And then I know they're gonna invite golf influencers. Before anyone asks, because you get your social media information from me, yes, there are golf influencers. There was actually an event that I watched recently, and there was like a full golf YouTube event that happened that they live streamed on YouTube with like a bunch of golf creators and stuff. And I was like, why wasn't this advertised? I would have gone to this for content. I would have gone to review that, but instead I watched it on YouTube. And then every time I like post like, I don't get golf, like why it's not for me, like I don't know why people like it. It's all of my dude friends replying being like, it's fun to drink and like hang out for a couple hours and like swing with your friends. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't do most of those things. This isn't helping. Now, this fun part about this Vegas location as well is that it's right next to the F1 building. The Las Vegas Grand Prix. Me and Scootish went together and walked in. Scootish was live streaming the whole time, so I believe his stream should still be up if you would like to go check that out as well. I'll probably link it down below. This was also, I should note, the night of the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. Awful. Because this is a creator event, obviously we all wanted to watch it, and so they were playing it in the bar area of the event, but it was delayed by about 35 minutes. In the name of transparency, I put money on the fight. I lost it. But in the name of transparency, I did sports gamble, okay? I did do it. Will I be doing it again? No. There's a reason I don't gamble. But by the time we finished watching the fight, the screens were still showing the Taylor and Serrano fight still. So it was just, there was quite the delay. Okay, so even maybe an hour delayed. I'm not even certain. Something that I do like about TopGolf, this sounds really nitpicky and stupid, but the signs throughout the MGM Grand, they have like all like the restaurants and like things. The TopGolf logo, like the signs that direct you to TopGolf, they all have the TopGolf in the actual TopGolf logo. Like, so it doesn't just say TopGolf this way. It's like the TopGolf in the proper font and everything, which sounds stupid to point that out, but it's actually very good for someone like me who probably definitely needs to up her prescription, because I could not always read those signs, but I could identify, oh, we're going the right way because that font is drastically different than the rest of the font on the boards. And that's just something that I think is good for someone with, you know, bad sight and things like that, or maybe even someone who doesn't read English super well. And there was no one downstairs in the lobby space to check us in. They were just kind of like, oh yeah, you go up the stairs. So it was like the top floor is basically what the party had, which was great. Walk in, bumped into our friend Sydney, who works at Sega, and she was like, yeah, we're just waiting till it's like properly at 8 to get started. The event's at 8. For the upstairs party area, they had a lot of things decorating, including a lot of the, I'm not a gamer, the checkered pattern for the game, like on the everything. They also had a bunch of rings. This is an official 2024 Parpic Sega made in China ring. I want to make it abundantly clear if someone sees this, I did not take this myself. This was taken by someone else and then given to me. Oh, hey, I got you one. I'm not mad. I'm going to put it on the wall. So those were all over the place, which was very fun. And they had the whole space decked out, music going. Food was not out yet when we first got up there, but they had like a little putt-putt spot. And then they had the bar, totally open bar, which is nice. And then overlooking the entire, I want to say field, and that doesn't sound right, course, but that doesn't sound right because we're not on the golf course. I'm going to say field, and you guys can get mad at me in the comments because it'll boost me in the algorithm. Oh my God. That is so cool. Scootish, each room is themed.
What?
Each room is themed. Because we're on the 3rd floor, this is actually like the suite floor, okay? So I don't actually know how this fully works, but basically where we were, they had different rooms themed to different Sonic and Friends characters, okay? So there was the Sonic room way down at the end that was I think they called it the Chairman's Lounge or the Chairman's Suite, and that was like the big bitchin' suite, obviously. You had a Tails Lounge, you had an Amy Lounge, and you had a Knuckle Lounge. Knuckles is where we were most of the night because I like Knuckles. And it was also the first one, so it was like a good one to be in if I wanted to go and see more things. Outside of there, it overlooked the pool. Yes, there is a pool at TopGolf in Vegas. I never knew this, but there's apparently a pool in Vegas. On the balcony for us, there was actually another little pool that you didn't actually go into, but you could do putt-putt and try and get it into the hole from the pool without keeping the balls out of the water, but they were like floating balls. So it was kind of cool. It was fun. So there was like a bunch of little things to do there. And then you go in and basically I was like, hey, so do we just go for it? It's like, yeah, just start hitting the balls. Like, you're totally fine. Just go for it. Have fun. Other people will play once you guys start playing. So me and Scoot got a game going with just 2 people. What it is that you take a club. There's like 2 things of clubs there. Take a club and you wave the club over the sensor that's in front of the green, okay, connected to the big screens. And it spits out a ball. And then you can put the ball on the tee and then you hit the ball. Or in my case, you tried to. Listen, I did running, I did track and field, I can jump a hurdle, I can do a long jump. Can I swing a club at a little tiny white ball? No, apparently not. Sometimes I exhibit a fascinating level of like athletic acumen. And then sometimes it's like, oh no, settle down, you're fine. No need to be doing all of that. Unnecessary. This was one of those times. Basically, each player would get 4 swings and then it would be the next player's turn. It would do it like 2 or 3 times to do it and then it would total up the scores. But because it's the Sonic and Friends game, when you would swing the ball, basically it would track the ball and then on the screen in front of you, it would show either as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles, or Amy. So each 4 turns, you would go play as each 4 characters. It would basically be like them gearing up and then wherever your ball lands on the green, it would use that as a sensor and then it would lead it to the digital thing. So it's like your ball stopped moving, but they haven't stopped moving. So it basically turns into a full video game where it's like, so let's say my ball falls on the main sensor right at the front, the least amount of points. That's okay because then the character might use that as about a jumping point that then goes zoom, 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 and collect a bunch of rings. So even though I'm bad, I could still get some good amount of points. And then I was cooked this first round because Scootish played golf in high school, but his chat said my outfit was cute. So yeah, it says there's 2 different versions here. So play 2 iconic zones. I believe ours was only the Green Hill Zone. I don't think I saw anyone playing Sky Sanctuary, but they had the Green Hill Zone. There's no Sonic without the classic Green Hill Zone. Go fast on Sonic's first and most well-known level like never before. And then Sky Sanctuary, it's time to fly. Knuckles used to be the only one who could access Sky Sanctuary, but now it's your turn. Watch Sonic and Friends soar as high as your shots. Or in my case, 5 yards past. After that, we kind of added more players. And then what would end up happening is like one of us would go once or twice and then we would just hand it off. And that kind of how it would go. There would be a time where like a bunch of golf influencers came in, and I know they were golf influencers because they were decked out head to toe in Malbon. At one point I was like, oh, I'm clocking all the Malbon. And one of the guys just like nodded and kept going. Did you work with them? Did they just send you guys free shit? You guys are wearing the shoes too. Like you guys got it all on right now. And they all looked brand new. It all looked brand new. I think did they work for Malbon? That would make sense. Or Malbon just loves golf creators. I don't know. I assume it was something. They were decked out. If I even had like I'm getting better thought, not when I saw those guys going, no. And then there would be people where it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm a gamer. And then all of a sudden, ball gone. I don't even see where it lands. That's how far it went. But I did my best. And that's what matters. And it's the friends we made along the way, like the bartender who kept giving me Red Bulls. They also came around with food a couple of times, and also in the lounges where we were for the different rooms. They also had like pins of various characters and stuffed animals. I got one of every stuffed animal. Chris already took the Tails one. Anarchy got the Amy one. And then I currently have Sonic and Knuckles still holding on to. They also had a bunch of pins, like little ring pins and things like that, which was very nice. And pillows, which a couple of people did sneak out. And by sneak out, I mean they asked, but then they still snuck them out. It's interesting. There was a DJ spot. They had some game spot setups as well. So like not even just like golf or like putt-putt or anything like that, but like actual like Sonic games set up so that you could play and stuff, which was cool. They were totally cool with filming, totally cool with Scooter streaming the entire time. I think a few other people were streaming as well. I'm not certain. At one point, we all got off the line to sit down and watch the fight. Side note, why is Netflix so bad at live events? This is an ongoing issue, is all I'm saying. Also, apparently my iPhone 15 Pro Max is apparently not new enough of a phone to watch live streaming for Netflix. Okay, so for 4 people, if I were to buy a ticket for 2 days from now, just a regular seat for like 2 hours of Topgolf play in one golf bay and order from the main menu during your event, it'd be $490. For 4 people. My friends have wanted to do Topgolf for a while, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's not a cheap experience, which is why I also was like, this is fun and free for Topgolf with Sonic. But yeah, just something to think about. It's not a cheap experience, but I will say it's pretty intuitive as far as like getting your club and then waving the sensors and things like that. Like everything is pretty labeled. And then also inside the golf bays themselves, at least in the ones we were, they had red lines outlining the swing zone, okay? And the employees of Topgolf were very good about coming in and making sure that none of us were like on that line or standing up full height behind someone swinging and things like that. And we're very much adamant, like, listen, I've seen people lose an eye. Please sit down. So very on top of it, which sounds dramatic, but also I do appreciate that, especially when in a lot of instances like this, you'd be dealing with people that have been drinking and swinging a club. So I get the sternness. They were also very cool about coming around and being like, do you need a drink? Do you want a drink? They very much wanted me to drink. At one point I ordered a Pepsi and she was like, alcohol in it too? I was like, no, it's okay. Just a Pepsi. It's fine. Or like when they would come into the lounges as well, someone came in and was like, okay, do you need a drink? No alcohol in that? No? Okay. Which like, I get it. We are in like a Topgolf sports bar, essentially. But I was also like, a good deal of my friends and I were not drinking this night. So it's like, it's just funny that all of them were like, alcohol? There's no alcohol in soda. Do you know that? Oh yes, I'm so sorry. We had a celebrity guest here as well. We did have the next winner of the Las Vegas Grand Prix, Sonic the Hedgehog himself. Apparently Robbie and Tori's friend that was inside the Sonic the Hedgehog suit. I don't think they could hear anything inside that suit because it was already loud with the music. And then probably inside of a felted suit, it was like, it probably sounded like that. So I don't blame them from just being like, when I was making a little TikTok with them that I found funny. I got photos with a couple of people, which is fun. Everyone was always cool. They had a like pizza bar set up with some food options and things like that. They had a big dessert table that was awesome. They had like mini little creme brulees. Insane. Okay, little donuts. Amazing. At one point I did walk over and I was like, are those, you know, the Sonic ice cream bars that you get from like an ice cream truck? They just had those on like tiered trays. And I was like, that's an ice cream bar. That's just sludge in a wrapper now, right? And I was right. It was at that point sludge in a wrapper. The event was supposed to go till 11. I left a little bit before that because I was just tired and I was like, there's a lot of people in here and everyone's watching the fight that I already know how it ends. I'm gonna go. So I ended up, I did one last lap and then went down. And as I was going down, I got stopped by some guys who were viewers. So if you see this and you were playing Topgolf, hi guys. It was nice meeting you. You guys were very chill. And they were like, why are you here? I was like, there's a Sonic event. There are creators here. But all in all, it was very fun. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Shout out to, I'm not going to snitch, the person that got me the ring, because that was fun. I did not take this on the way out because I left before everyone else, and so I bumped into them later, and they were like, here's a ring. I got this for you. They also do have Sonic Topgolf shirts. I don't think they were giving any out. I didn't get one. I did go down to the gift shop just to peek, and they do look pretty cool. They have like one that is like blue with like the Sonic on it, and then they have like Sonic Topgolf in gray, like a sweatshirt, which did look nice. That's kind of fun. They also, they had golf balls in the main Sonic suite, and they gave coins there as well, and they were the Sonic the Hedgehog golf balls, which is fun. I got one of those. So fun all around. Will I be taking up golf? No, it's not my new pastime. Sorry, guys. I will not be making business attempts on the green. It won't be happening. But this does now mean that I do have to take up pickleball. I've avoided it for 4 years being in LA. And now that I've officially eliminated golf, I have to do pickleball. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you to Sonic. Thank you to Sega. Thank you to TopGolf. Thank you guys for having us. And thank you for letting me film. I always appreciate that. All in all, I did have a good time, and it's always fun to hang out with my friends. It's fun to see my Vegas friends and things like that as well. So all in all, a good time. I did enjoy watching Jake get punched, even though if I felt like it was a holding back punch, but that's just me. Yeah, that's really going to be it. Have you ever done TopGolf? Have you ever been to TopGolf? Do you want to go to TopGolf? Are you annoyed that I went to TopGolf with someone who doesn't like or isn't particularly good at golf? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I stream on Twitch. Reminder, the Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder to use code SWELL for 10% off on gamer subs. Shout out to my channel members. If you'd also join channel memberships, you can go ahead and click the link down below. Like, comment on social media. That'll be all up here. And that's going to have a lovely day. Goodbye. He went to Jared. That was so stupid.